Hello everybody, Reggie Time here with a quick update about the Bankroll challenge I launched yesterday. A very quick update about my plans for the channel going forward, and then just a bonus couple of hands to review at the end, just to give you something more than just me warbling about what's happening. First of all, the Bankroll challenge is off and I have withdrawn all of my money from 888. Somebody messaged me yesterday saying that the people have working hoods on Snap on 888, which I kind of was semi-aware of, but didn't pay much attention to it. He told me it was pretty much rife. I've since then gone looking on YouTube. It seems people have been having working hoods on Snap for a long time now, and I'm kind of just tired of 888 not protecting players. They don't protect players against bots. They're not protecting honest players against people using hoods. They're charging like top rate, low rewards, and 888 used to be a site that I recommended people go and play on. That is absolutely 100% not the case anymore. My advice to you is, if you're playing on 888, is to play elsewhere, because they're just not protecting you. The game integrity is severely compromised, in my opinion. They have people using, if you're playing higher stakes, which nobody will be on this watching this channel, but maybe someone comes across it. They have people who script a lot and they don't do anything about it. They've got people using hoods on Snap. There's bots that we all know. You've got to look at 2+2, got 2+2, put 888 bots in there, and I just it's like the final straw for me. I'm prepared to play on sites where some shady things go on if I think the game quality is good enough, but they just do absolutely nothing whatsoever to protect the players. And in a time when PokerStars is going through all kinds of turmoil, you would think 888 might try and pull the socks up a little bit, but they don't. The software doesn't improve very often, which didn't used to bother me, but there's lots of things going on, like bots, cheating, colluding, and now hoods on Snap. For me, it's just too much now. So we're not going to continue with the Bankroll challenge. It got off to a bad start. That isn't the reason why we're stopping. It's got nothing to do with it. It's everything to do with my being made aware of just how bad game integrity is on there now. I did quite a lot of research last night on 2+2, looking at various threads, and basically the whole place is just a massive clusterfuck. There's not enough support. The support's poor. There's lots of things going on that should be cleared up, and if it was a good site would be cleared up, that have been going on for a very long time now. I mean, it's on YouTube saying how you can get a hood for Snap, and people are still able to do it despite the fact it's been on there for at least 12 months and 888 are doing nothing to stop it. That tells me they don't have the inclination to stop it, or they just don't have the ability to stop it. One way or the other, it's not good enough. It's not good enough for honest players to go on there and play with basically cheats, and 888 just seem to allow these cheats to prosper. So for that reason, we are out. So with regards to going forward with the channel, I've been speaking to someone who I've been working with this morning. He's going to be doing some hand history reviews, because this was something that came up in my video a couple of weeks ago, or maybe last week sometime, was it? I said, what do you want to see? And a lot of you guys said, we'd like to see you doing session reviews or hand history reviews with some of your students. Well, I've got a guy, he said he'll do at least 6 videos, one a week for the next 6 weeks. So we're going to start releasing them sometime in midweek. I'd like to nail a day down exactly, but he's a chef. He doesn't always have the most organised of lives in terms of when he can play poker, when he can work with me. So we're going to try and release them midweek. I want to say Wednesdays, but I can't guarantee it. We're going to have one midweek video, some like Tuesday through Thursday, with that, just working with James. And then the other video is going to be either reviewing my own hand histories, reviewing hand histories from either my own Reggie Time Facebook group, or A-Side Poker group, or 2+2 or Reddit, and just basically browsing the forums, seeing any interesting posts, and giving my take on it. So there's going to be 2 videos a week, every week. One's going to be on a Saturday or a Sunday, and the other one's going to be sometime midweek, Tuesday through Thursday, and that's going to be it. We're not going to be doing any more live play videos or anything like that, because Mike's play pretty much is focused on Sky now, and live play videos at regular tables are shit. So there you go. You've updated with the Bankroll challenge. You're updated with the 2 types of videos we're going to be making for at least the next 6 weeks. And now let's just have a look at a couple of hands that I played this afternoon. We're showing you this first hand. It's not really interesting, but it leads on to the second hand. It's versus the same opponent. So this was at a 20NL cash table on Sky, and I open up Ace King from early position, Folds round to this unknown player, Siscole, in the small blind, and he 3-bets to, I thought it was £2 he 3-bet to, but this is in 190. Either way, it's by the by. He 3-bets to 190. Maybe he's, that's right, it's in the small, but he made it £2 total. His raise was 190. So, I elected to call the extra £1.40. We could 4-bet the ace king, but I don't know him. I'm in position, I've got ace king. It seems like a good spot to try and take a flop to me. Against some of the more aggressive opponents, like, the people like Poker King or Don't Tell Mum, who seems to have taken an aggressive pill lately. Isn't doing it too well, still doing his whole bad reg thing, but he's taking an aggression pill for sure. Against those guys, we just 4-bet and get it in. But against an unknown, then we're going to just take a flop and see what happens from there. Flop hits, it's 3-6-5 rainbow. He checks, we check. Complete standard, seems to me. If we're ahead pre-flop, I think that ace, queen, ace, jack, we're still ahead now. No real reason to bet, not that much to protect against. And he could just be doing something tricky. So we check back. Turn hits, it's an ace. Our opponent now leads out for £2.10, and I think we have a very easy call, which I make. And then the river becomes the king of clubs, which does bring the flush draw home. We did not have a club, and he leads again. And my question there was just like, do I raise or do I just call? But certainly not folding. Didn't like it too much, but at the end of the day, we've got top 2 pair in the 3-bet pot. So I elected to just call, and our opponent showed down pocket 5s, which I thought was quite interesting given he 3-bet pre-flop and then checked the flop. He kind of played the hand a bit weird, a bit cute, but he ended up getting maximum value because if he c-bets the flop, I just fold. So that's the first hand that leads on to the second hand. So remember how he's played this hand. He's 3-bet out of position with pocket 5s, he's checked top set, and then he's gone like bet, turn, river. He's gone like 1/3 pot on the turn and around just over 1/3 pot on the river. So that brings us on to our second hand. We had 2 jacks this time. Falls to us, we make it 90. So this is at a 15-30 table now. Am I looking at the right hand here? Nope, I'm not looking at the right hand. Many apologies. We'll pause and I'll find the right fucking hand because I'm a moron. This is the right hand. It was jacks. I just picked the wrong jacks. So we have jacks again on the same table at 10-20. We raise again from early position. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 callers, which is thoroughly exciting when you have 2 jacks. And we get a pretty safe flop, 6-3-9. But in a multi-way pot, you don't want too much action. You're happy to just c-bet and maybe get 1 caller and have it break off and win a medium-sized pot. You don't want to get tons and tons of action. No, it's kind of like we've got an overpair, but it's multi-way. We're out of position to multiple players, so it's it's not the nicest of spots. It's not the worst of spots either. Given that 3 of these players were tagged as green, Goal Attack, Dollar T, and Cisco were all tagged as green. I think it's a mandatory value c-bet. So the 2 regulars, Casmav and Big Hawk, both check to us. So I decided to bet £2 into, what would it have been, £3, making the pot 5 in total. 1 of the green tag players folds, and then this Siscoli min raises us, which was kind of not pleasant, to be completely honest. And we're going to be min raised on this board in a single raise multi-way pot. But of course, at this point, we can't call. We can't fold. We do have the option to 3-bet, I guess, try and get it in against draws, etc. But I just respect the min raise significantly in multi-way pots, and I presumed he was doing it for value of some description. So we just selected to call. Turn is an offsuit 5, so the board now reads 6-3-9-5. Pretty safe card in the big scheme of things. 8-7 gets there, but would he play 8-7 that way? Who knows? But it gets there, but it's not the worst card we could see. We check, our opponent bets £6. At this point, I was starting to get really quite kind of nervous about the situation, but I still didn't know very much about the player at the time. It turns out he wasn't, maybe the world's greatest player, but at the time I didn't know this. I'd barely seen many hands with him, and the only hand I had seen, he had the goods. He had the set of 5. Yeah, pre-flop he didn't have the goods, but post-flop he had the goods. He's now betting 6 into 17, sorry, 6 into 11, sorry. Which is bigger in terms of like his bet size in relation to the pot than it was when he had the set of fives. If you remember the other time he was betting around 1/3 pot, this time he's betting just over half pot. Wasn't sure how relevant that was, but I kind of wasn't of a mind to fold just yet, so we did call, and the river came like a complete brick, 2 of spades. So the board, well, it's not a complete brick. 4x is a straight, but seriously, I'm not sure what 4x he has that min raises his flop, and battles this turn. He probably shouldn't have too much 4x. So the board now reads 6, 3, 9, 5, deuce of spades with the flush draw missing. So we obviously check, and the question here going forward from here is, how do you respond to your opponent? What sort of range are you putting him on? Are you calling all bets on the river? Are you calling small bets? Are you calling large bets? Are you calling small bets fold into large bets? What's going on with this river? I'm not going to show you what happens. I'm not going to show you the results, but what's going on with this river, and why would you do whatever it is you do? Are you just check calling all bets because you think, well, this guy could be a fish and he doesn't represent very much? Are you check folding to all bets because what do we beat? Or are you check calling some sizes and check folding to other sizes? Let me know what you think, and tell me what you would do. And tell me if you'd have done anything differently. Would you have raised the flop? Would you have jammed the turn? All things are on the table. Let me know what you would have done. I'd be pretty excited to hear how you guys think I played the hand and how you may or may not have played it differently. So we'll leave it there, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.